everybody, and welcome. Good morning. How you guys doing? Listen, I'm so excited. This month, you've seen some of the ads, and if you don't know what's going on, first of all, happy Black History Month. It's the first day, and I'm excited because we have a whole month of exciting new artists, businesses, entrepreneurs coming up. I've teamed up with a lovely lady. You've seen her before, but I'm going to bring her again. I'm so excited to show you what we can do as a Black community. Stay tuned. Let's go. Without further ado, you're going to be seeing her. She's going to be my partner in crime for this whole month. Bring her on. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jody Ann. Hey, Jody Ann, how you doing?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Charles. I'm so excited for this month. It's going to be an excellent Black History Month for sure.
All right, I'm excited. And if you can see in the background already, I have your branded website that's up, because the reason it's up, let's talk about it. Every guest for the whole month of February is coming from your company, Malcolm's Choice. Talk about it.
That's right, Malcolm's Choice. We are Canada's Black business directory. So we're featuring some great businesses from the Greater Toronto Area. We're featuring businesses that are already listed on Malcolm's Choice that we can support right now. So I'm super excited to be bringing a lot of great talent.
Right. And each week we have a sponsor for each week that's going to sponsor the show. And we're going to be bringing you more awareness of what they're doing. Like our first sponsor for this week. Can you introduce them?
Yeah, absolutely. Our first sponsor for this week is Kareative Interlude. We've partnered with Kareative Interlude to bring our printed Black business directory to life. They are a publishing company. They really focus on children's books. So they are really about the community and supporting us and bringing us forward, especially the youth as well. So I'm super excited to have them showcasing for the first week. They're a sponsor, and you're going to get to speak to them live.
All right, let's bring them on without further ado. Let's go. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you doing today, Charles?
I'm good. So before we get into it, let's talk about the connection. Why did you want to go on Malcolm's Choice?
Well, Malcolm's Choice, I think, is an amazing platform. I think it gives us a chance to really connect outside of our natural client base. And most importantly, I love about the system, it gives you reviews. It connects directly with your social media, allows you to kind of just connect with new audiences every single day.
Well, that's what we're talking about. So before we let you go, Jody Ann, tell us some about our other sponsors coming up. We have gifts and prizes coming up. Tell us a little bit more what everybody can see for the whole month of February.
Yeah, absolutely. So next week's sponsor, we've got New Haven's Funeral Center. We've got Clean and Shine Mobile Car Detailing Company. And we also have a Phoenix Rising Wellness Institute that's sponsoring the third week of February as well. So we've got some really great sponsors and giveaways from Wellness to Go, who's helping us with some consulting. We've got Knowledge Bookstore that's going to be coming up. And I've got a few gift cards to offer for Knowledge Bookstore. There's a wonderful Black hair company called Luxuria, and she has put together a basket for us to give away next week as well. So lots of great prizes and showcasing some great talent right here from the Greater Toronto Area. Really excited.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see you during the month. Thank you so much for showing up.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for doing this with us. And Malcolm's Choice is really happy to sponsor and showcase great Black businesses.
All right. We'll see you later. So like she said, my friend, thank you so much for being, leading us off. You set the trend for the whole month. You're our first week. So tell us a little bit about you and a little bit more about your company.
Yeah, so my name is Asa Jeffo. I run a company called Kareative Interlude with my beautiful wife and business partner, Kareative Walker. She's mega talented. So generally what she's been able to do over the years is create fashion design, visual arts. It just naturally emanates out of her being. So we've been able to now get to the point where we're elevating ourselves and being able to publish books. And we run it out of a house right now, just creating books on a daily basis to empower the community.
So why books? This is the key thing is like everybody says, become an author. That's your calling card. But why did you want to get into this industry?
Well, I think I've been in the industry. Like I started off as a teacher maybe 10, 12 years ago. So I mean, like my background is education and information. But I think as I realized the best way to kind of connect with people is through a book. I think with my wonderful business partner, Karee, she's a naturally trained visual artist. So I mean, like the best way to kind of connect with people is through that aesthetic and through those visual images. So she utilizes her platform of a book to kind of connect and reach new audiences as well.
So the book isn't different people.
Yeah, definitely. Again, like we've created books that can kind of help connect with a baby to young adult to children, even just to support the family on a higher level, you know? So, I mean, like part of our community and our message is capture inspiring expression to build bridges to opportunity. We just want to serve as a vehicle to allow that to happen on a daily basis.
All right. So give us the rundown on your company from start to finish. What are all the things that you guys offer?
Wow. All right. So it's quite a bit, but I mean, like we started off initially with fashion, visual arts, literature. So we have a fashion line called Woven Artistry. We do a visual art system called Earth Canvas. If you look behind me, there's a piece right here that Karee's kind of created on a regular basis, just recognizing the importance of the elements and connection and love. Other aspects we kind of focus on is our literature. So we have a catalog on our system as well called New Narratives, highlighting a lot of African-American creators and creatives that kind of created a lot of amazing works. Other aspects that our company offers is support directly to businesses. So we offer website support, distribution, as well as printing services. So for somebody trying to get out there, we publish books. We help you to write books if you need. In many regards, we also assist with the distribution. I have a large distribution system throughout the United States. Developing one here in Canada. So if you want to get your books down to Florida, California, to Chicago, we assist with that. And then in terms of the actual quality printing services, we print quality books. One that's fresh and hot off the press is one we printed just last week called the ABC Affirmations of Greatness. And again, quality, amazing resources that kind of inspire women, inspire children, inspire the community.
All right. So let's hold that one up once again. Let me get you full screen so everybody can see that one. Mm-hmm. And that one's out where?
That's out at Knowledge Bookstore, Now Valley, and available through the Remix Rebels website, www.remixrebel.com.
So how do we get started? So I think that's the key that everybody wants to know. Like they're like, oh, this is great, but how do we get started? What do we need to do to get started to be an author, to know what's our first, second, and third steps? Because I'm here on your website right now.
Yeah.
Look at all these books that are scrolling. You've published all these books here.
We publish all those books, and if not, we published them, we printed them, or assisted that artist to get to the next level with their career or with their direction with their business and stuff like that.
Okay, so people are thinking, I've always wanted to be an author. This is something I wanted to do. I'm thinking about it. What's my next steps? How do we do it? And what do I need to do? So, first thing we need to do is keep them holding, because we're going to play a commercial. If you want to know, you got to come back. Right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
It's easy for customers to buy black, once they know where to go. The mission of Malcolm's Choice is to make it easy for everyone to buy black. Malcolm's Choice is committed to keeping our dollars circulating in our community, and the sustainable economic growth of the African, Caribbean, Canadian business community. Our platforms provide access to quality products, and viable services and valuable information to reestablish our connection and trust with our local businesses and organizations in every industry. We are happy and proud to be the show sponsor, to empower Black Canadians with knowledge of Black excellence in the GTA. Give us a call at 1-866-979-9583. That's 1-866-979-9583. Let's talk about your business.
Yes, let's talk about your business. And that's why we're here. You saw that first commercial. It's from you, our first sponsor of the week. And we're so happy that you could jump on board. We're happy that you could be here. So before we went into break, I was teasing everybody about the information. I know everybody got their pen and paper ready now. They should have. I gave them a little time.
Right.
Let's go. I got my pen.
Yeah.
First step, number one.
First step is just to come up with an idea that you kind of connect with and you feel like it's connected with a genre, whether it's children, whether it's nonfiction, whether it's a biography. You just want to have a story that really connects and resonates with a larger population. In terms of it being personal, it definitely helps to start there because then it's real and the emotions kind of come across to the reader. Number two, in terms of getting a book out, you want to call myself or I guess a house that was able to kind of put your ideas together. They sit down, give you a consultation, break down the steps in terms of the phases of the project because it is a long process to write and kind of be comfortable to go through your work. Number three would be edits, going through your drafts number of times to really get those right kind of concepts right. And then you want to get the right imagery if you're doing a children's book or a picture book, or if you're doing a nonfiction book, get the right concepts and ideas that way it can reach out and expand your branding, right? So a lot of people have written a book. I'm working on some memoirs right now, and a biography helps people to really realize the history and legacy that they've created and get it out to the public and into the different environments of like library, churches, community organizations, and the school system if that applies as well.
Okay, so step one, our concept idea. If it's an action, if it's a love story book, a children's book, we have to get the concept out first.
That's it. Just write it out.
Just write it out. Write it. Don't worry about the editing, the spelling. Just get it all out on paper. Make sure we get everything out of our head. Get it onto the paper.
That's it.
All right. So people are thinking, okay, what's the cost? Do I need to budget now? How do I pay for a book? We want to publish it. Do I print 10,000 now? Do I go for one now? Like what should we budget for?
Okay, that's a fair question as well. It's into the financial aspect of it. I would say budget for maybe about $2,000. That's about the cost from beginning to end to create a book. In terms of the budget, it will cover the cost of printing, cover the cost of editing. It should cover the cost of resources actually being developed as well. That should be a reality as well. And depending on who you're working with, that will also include a bit of marketing, right? So something else Kareative Interlude does, we do website design. So we help our companies and our members to kind of clients to kind of get that visual image as well in this digital age as well, right?
Right. And then that's the key thing that you said too, is that it is digital age. You know, this is the time. You know, everybody's talking about it's COVID, and I understand it's COVID, but you have to look at the bright side. You're home.
Yeah.
Take that time and get that book out.
Right.
You know, you're at home. Do some typing. You know what I mean? I know this is, and the thing about it, what I love about this is when you write a book, you leave a legacy behind.
That's it. That's a very important thing.
Because your book will always be around. You know what I mean? It'll be on this shelf for years to come. You can pass it on from generation to generation. You know, you write one with your family, pass it on to your grandkids, and so forth and so forth. And the thing of what I love about it, everybody can sign it. Every year, you sign the back of it, and then you hand it down to the next generation. Sign the back, hand it down to the next generation. So your great grandkids will have a book that you wrote many years ago. So it's a great idea. So what I'm going to do is if people want to ask some questions, you can go ahead and put in the chat. But I want to put your phone number up. It's 416-724-1328. 724-1328. When we call you, what's the conversation like? What are we asking? What are you telling us? What do we need to prepare ourselves? Because, you know, when people call and you say, okay, do you have this? They scramble to go get this. Do you have this? They scramble. What information should we have before we call you?
Well, again, like I'm a very easy, relaxed kind of person. So some people have come super ready. They have their book, they have it printed out, they have the pictures and everything ready to go. Some people just have an idea on a piece of napkin. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I'm a kind of person, no matter where you are, we're going to elevate you and take you up that level. So I mean, like, again, just come open-minded and then come open also to criticism and a constructive direction that can kind of get your project where it's got to be. We set a meeting and we just connect and build and kind of get a good rapport. For each other to see if business-wise you have that mindset, and two, a success-driven mindset. Those are two very important things when I'm working with anybody. I want to know you're goal-driven, you have a mindset to achieve, and number three is like you just have a growth mindset. You're open to the possibility that's going to unfold before you.
All right, so here's a tip. Let's give everybody a tip. What books are hot right now? We're thinking about writing books. What books are hot? Do we do a hardcover or soft cover?
Well, again, we usually do like soft covers. So we have a book like here called Mommy and Daddy Said. Good quality book. Another book, Little Cutin in That Hat. Again, good quality book. We have hardcovers that we started off with. Bee Leaf, a lot more expensive, but I mean, depending on people's budget, hardcover is the way to go as well. So I mean, like, it depends on your budget, and I guess it also depends on the clientele you're trying to reach, right? I have two books I'm working on right now. They got to be hardcover because of the clientele they're trying to reach, and that adds a sophistication to the actual work as well as a protection to that work, right? If it rains, if it's soft cover, it could melt away. If you want to make sure that it's hard and sustained for a long time, that legacy you're talking around, hardcover is the way to go, you know?
Okay, so I like that part. Talk about the clientele. Because here's the funny thing is when people write a book, who are they going after? You
Right.
can write a book, but it's not the clientele you're going after. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So clientele to me is a baby in the womb up to, I guess, an older person in their elderly ages and stages of life. Also think about your clientele from a point of view of an organization to a actual institution on that level as well when you're writing. So could this book fit in a daycare? Could this book fit in a church? Can it connect with a library? Can it connect with your local school? Can it connect with my neighbor? You know what I'm saying? Think about sometimes those pieces out of your box that it's like, okay, I'm only writing this book for myself. But I mean, like, okay, who else can this message touch?
Right. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up right now. There we go. Explain what this is for everybody that's watching right now.
Yeah, so this is a flip book, another aspect of our publishing that we offer. So let's say you have a great idea or even like a program that you've designed for your company. We're now able to lock it into a published document and make links in it to help to enhance your marketing and branding of your company. In terms of this gives us a quick introduction of a collective called the New Narrative Collective. We work together to publish books like Boy, I'm Loving Me, as well as ABCs of Wealth. We came together to realize the importance of reading and the importance of creating a legacy through quality resources. These are two phenomenal leaders in our community. We have Sean Liebert and Caroline Liebert of Knowledge Bookstore, as well as Nasakeri Ibrahim of Now Valley Bookstore, located in Toronto and Brampton, respectively. And they've, again, 25 years in the book industry is no joke. I think they've kind of even serve as a place, if you have a book, a place to kind of start your conversation. And this reason, like, they're both open people. So say you have an idea for a book. They don't play, but I mean, like, if you come organized and respectful, you can definitely get somewhere working with them and building with them. These are some of the authors. We have Angelo Ndungmo, superstar Angelo Ndungmo, bilingual, speaking French and English, coming up with some hot new books for the new year. And we have a financial guru, Felicia Jolly, bringing forth ABCs of Wealth. This recognizes the importance of financial literacy. It's never been more important than at this time to realize the importance of financial literacy. Even if you have a penny to your name, there's a you can build with that, you know. We have a superstar, Nana Yaboa, amazing artist out of Ghana, written a ton of books, poetry, children's books as well. She's also writes screenplays as well, so super talented woman. We have Sheena Blake, wrote one of my favorite books, Choose to Be Your Vision. Just recognize the importance of having that vision in life and getting that out to children. Mikkel Bay, talking on manners, knowing yourself, loving yourself. Janet Campbell, the veteran. She's been in this legacy for a long time, over like at least 20 years, writing books, advocating for children, and realizing the importance of realizing that beauty within. We have the most wonderful, talented Kareative Walker from Kareative Interlude, written 4 books and working on a 5th one right now called Mr. Kindheart. And this, again, the collective been amazing, working with Robert Small. We go out on Legacy, as well as Desiree Crooks. She's also come with a book last year. I think it's called Hey Look at Me. Hey Look at Me. Very powerful resource as well, right? So again, there's tons of talented people. I was actually trying to connect with the amazing amount of 60, I think it's like 60 independent writers right now in the GTA, you know. And if you're an independent writer, reach out to me. My phone number, again, is at the bottom of the screen. My email will be sent out at the end of the show. We're just trying to build a legacy here in Toronto of a book buying culture, you know. So it's an amazing feat that we're trying to accomplish, you know.
Now let's talk about the books. Do you feel that we are losing our feel of books?
Definitely.
With the digital world, you know, these kids are on their tablets and they're on social media, they're on Discord, they're on this, and they're typing away. Let me take a breath, because I got kids.
Yeah.
And I remember back in my days, I'm bored. What did your parents tell you to go do?
Go read a book. One time, you know, they flat their mouth like they got it in a manual or something like that.
But that's what I'm saying. The art of book reading is gone, and I hated it. I'm gonna be honest with you. My parents go read a book. I didn't want to read a book, but now once I got into a book that I loved, once I got into an author that I loved, it opened up some world. I could sit and dive into the book, and it opens up your mind to see different things. Our kids are just computerized. How can we get our kids back into books?
I think it starts with art. Can you get a piece of paper and draw? You know what I'm saying? And from that, tell a narrative that kind of connects with that. You know, that's what the belief really started with as a book. It's just really trying to focus on believing in yourself, knowing yourself, connecting in with that intuitive self. I think books are important because there's an intuitive experience that happens with you when you read. You know what I'm saying? There's a commercial that came out and saying like fuel is to a car like what books are to the mind. You know, it help to expand like what you're able to see and how you process the world around you. You know. In terms of a book like Mommy and Daddy Said, it just focuses on the love a parent has. And again, the guidance they're trying to give them, whether they're yelling or screaming or just giving them a loving hug, the discipline and direction they want for their children's future, you know? Like, again, make the time to make a positive difference through reading. It really, again, like I was talking about right the other night, like we got to read to our children every night before they go to bed because it just sets the tone even for the morning. You know what I'm saying? I find sometimes when I don't read, my son just drives my nerves to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a book sometimes at night is make him just calm down and easy in the morning. So, you know, it's a tough situation, you know?
So, and that's what it is. They open up their mind to see what they do. So have you pushed your kids to be an author, or have they done their first trilogy book yet, or what is it?
You know, the funny thing is, my daughter is an amazing writer. My son is actually an amazing illustrator. I told them that you guys need to kind of make a tandem and take over this industry. But I mean, like, my daughter's written her first book last year called The Little Things, and actually has a song that goes along with it. So it's quite a blessing to see like the work that my wife and I do kind of is imbued in them, and they kind of understand like the message and the importance of writing. So she's written like one book, and she has like 4 others that she's working on. Super talented. My son again loves to draw, loves to color, and all that kind of stuff. He's only 5, you know, turning 6 next week. But I mean, like he's amazing as well, you know.
All right, so I'm gonna bring up the information one more time. Go to the website. You saw me flipping through. All this information is on the website. If you want to see other authors or books, or get a hold of you just to buy some of the books, you know. Here's another thing with COVID, you know, gifts are great. Toys are great. But how about you buy a toy and add a book in it? You know what I mean? Buy a little toy and add a little flyer in it or something with the toy. Don't always just give kids toys. Give them a two for one.
That's it.
Give them a 2 for 1. Sometimes they can play, and when they're done playing, sit back, and the book is for you and them to, like you said, bond with them at night, read them at night. It's a 2 for 1. When they see the value of getting a book, a toy, it opens up people's minds. So definitely do that one more time.
One time. And some money. And some money. The trifecta. You know? All
right. So let's put that out there. Get them the toy.
Mm-hmm.
Get them the book,
mm-hmm.
And then you always slide that $5 in the gift card, right?
One time. Boom. They're loving you.
I like how you think, my friend. I like how you think. All right. So we're gonna take one more quick break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. This whole month, Black History Month, it's all for you. We'll be right back.
Hey.
CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com.
Yeah.
All right. So before we let you go, we have a game, rapid fire. Are you ready?
Always ready.
Okay, here we go. Favorite food?
Roti.
Favorite song to listen to before you jump on stage?
Artist name Music.
Okay, what is your hidden talent that nobody knows about?
Track star, boss. Yeah, he has a clock that 200 and 101 time, you know? That's really talent.
All right. If you have one person that you would always want to meet, who would it be?
I mean Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. And the last question is, what is your favorite song that you're going to sing for us right now?
Why? You're not easy.
Don't worry about that one. We won't worry about that one.
Good My voice. No, it's still early. It's still early.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure and an honor to have you. We thank you so much for sponsoring. And go ahead. The mic is yours. Any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, I just want to shout out on Malcolm's Choice. I want to shout out Jody Ann Campbell. Want to shout out my beautiful wife, Kareative Walker, wherever you are in GTA. Just giving thanks for the love and care and support we're building together. I just want to shout out all my family and friends that gets across the world. Again, in this time, it's not easy, but just be safe, be caring, and be available. I think that's the most important thing this time is allowing us to really be available and present. And again, just want to shout out to all my clients that are working with us and we're building. We're going to build a more powerful 2021 for you and your family. And again, support Malcolm's Choice. Again, it's a very important system, helping dollars to circulate in our community. And again, buy black, know black, and shop black, every time.
All right, let's see if we can bring Jody Ann back into the program just now. There she is.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
Jody Ann, this is just one of the great businesses that are online, and you can get a hold, you can get in touch. How can people get in touch with you? They see this thing happening. They want their business to do new business. What does it mean to have all these great companies joining your business?
Yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful to see us coming together. I really believe that, after everything that happened last year, we're all going to be coming together and providing this platform so we can really support each other in a real way and circulate our money within our community. I think it's important for us to just be aware that there are credible Black businesses that are out there providing great products and services, and we just need a way to access them, find them, and support them financially as well.
All right. Well, listen, if you're just tuning in, all month long, we have a different business brought to you by Malcolm's Choice and all of our great sponsors. So thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the description. If you know somebody that should be on the show, if they should join Malcolm's Choice, hit us up. If you know somebody that's kind of shy that should be writing a book, you know who to call. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with another great guest.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are encouraged to obtain professional legal and